Hello, my friend. Welcome back to Fluent English Journey, the place where your English grows, one story at a time. Today, eat smart, feel strong. Listen closely, because today, your English practice will begin with a very simple question. A question that almost everyone ignores. A question that sounds small, but might change the way you live, think, and feel. And the question is this: what did you eat today? Not yesterday. Not last week. Today. Right now. In this moment. Because the food you choose does something important. It speaks to your body. It whispers to your energy. It shapes your mood. It creates your strength. And sometimes, without even noticing, the food you eat can decide how your day will go. Will you feel heavy or light? Slow or fast? Sad or happy? Tired or powerful? Food is not only food. Food is a story. And today, in this English listening journey, we will explore that story together. Welcome to Fluent English Journey, where we practice English in a warm, slow, simple way, using storytelling. You do not need difficult grammar. You do not need big vocabulary. You only need your ears, your mind, your imagination, and a little curiosity. This is English practice that feels like a soft conversation, like a quiet movie inside your head. Today's story is about eating smart and feeling strong. But it is also about choices, habits, and the small actions that make your life better, little by little, step by step. So, let us begin with a picture. Imagine a small morning. A soft light coming through your window. The world is quiet. No noise yet. No rush. You wake up slowly. You stretch your arms. You look outside. The day has not decided anything yet. It is open. It is fresh. It is full of possibilities. And in this new morning, you have a decision to make. A very simple decision. What will you eat for breakfast? This moment, this small choice, can guide your whole day. Now imagine two different mornings. In the first morning, you are in a hurry. You grab something fast. Maybe a sugary snack. Maybe a soft drink. Maybe nothing at all. Your stomach feels empty. Your mind feels slow. Your energy is like a weak battery, already losing power before the day even starts. In the second morning, you choose something simple but good. A fruit. A glass of water. A boiled egg. Maybe some oats. Nothing fancy. Nothing expensive. But natural. Clean. Gentle. You sit for a moment. You breathe. You taste your food. And suddenly, the world feels different. Your mind feels awake. Your feet feel lighter. Your day begins with strength. This is the power of eating smart. Not perfect eating. Not strict dieting. Not rules that make you feel stressed. Just small, smart choices that help you feel strong from the inside. And this journey we are starting today is not only about food. It is about how food affects your English learning, your energy, your motivation, your confidence, and your ability to speak clearly. You see, when your body feels tired, your mind also feels tired. When your stomach feels heavy, your speech becomes slow. When your energy is low, your motivation disappears. But when you eat in a smart way, even in a very simple way, your brain works better. You understand more. You remember more. You enjoy learning more. And suddenly, English does not feel difficult. It feels natural. So, in this story, I want to take you on a small journey through one day of eating smart. A journey where you understand not only what to eat, but why it matters. A journey where you feel the difference inside your own body. A journey where you practice English slowly and clearly, with soft, warm, friendly narration. I want you to imagine every scene, every sound, every feeling. Because the more you imagine, the more English becomes real for you. Let us go back to our morning. You are still sitting at the table. The sunlight is brighter now. You take a small bite of your breakfast. It is simple but good. You feel calm. You feel ready. You feel awake. And something inside you says, today will be a good day. It is a quiet thought, but a powerful one. Now, let me ask you a very honest question. Have you ever eaten something fast and then later felt slow, sleepy, or irritated? Maybe your body felt heavy. Maybe your mind felt cloudy. Maybe you wanted to do something important, like study English, but you couldn't focus. You tried reading a sentence, but your brain felt tired. You wanted to speak, but your words felt stuck. It happens to all of us. You are human. Your body reacts to what you eat. Now let me ask another question. Have you ever eaten something simple and clean and suddenly felt fresh, awake, or peaceful? Maybe your mind felt open. Maybe you wanted to learn something new. Maybe English felt easier. This is not magic. This is the natural connection between food and energy. Today's journey is about understanding this connection in a very simple, friendly way. And as you listen, I want you to repeat the sentences in your mind. Repeat them softly. Repeat them slowly. Repeat them naturally. This is how you train your English muscles. This is how you create smooth English inside your brain. Let us move forward. Imagine that after your calm breakfast, you start your day. You go outside. The air feels cool. You hear distant sounds, cars, birds, people walking. You feel good. You feel grounded. You feel balanced. The simple breakfast is working. Your stomach is comfortable. Your steps are light. Your mind is open. And then you notice something interesting. You are not thinking about food too much. You are not craving snacks. You are not feeling hungry again so quickly. You are just living. You are just moving. You are just breathing. This is what happens when you eat smart. Your body gives you freedom. As you walk, you think about your goals. Maybe you want to improve your English. Maybe you want to get a better job. Maybe you want to speak smoothly with people. Maybe you want to travel one day. Maybe you want to feel confident when you talk. These dreams need energy. And energy needs good food. When you eat smart, you support your dreams. Now imagine lunchtime. You sit down. You look at the food in front of you. And again, you have a choice. You can choose something heavy and oily, or you can choose something lighter and natural. You can choose something that steals your energy, or something that gives you energy. The choice is always there. Every day, every meal. And your body always listens. Maybe today you choose rice, vegetables, and a little protein. Maybe chicken. Maybe fish. Maybe lentils. You eat slowly. No rush. You taste the warmth. You taste the freshness. And as you eat, you notice something beautiful. You feel relaxed. You are not forcing yourself. You are not judging yourself. You are simply eating smart. And your body understands. Now imagine your afternoon. You feel clear. You feel stable. You feel good. You sit down to practice English. And suddenly, the words feel easier. The sentences feel smoother. Your mind feels calm. Your listening feels stronger. And you think, maybe food really does affect my English. And you're right. It does. Food can be your friend. Food can be your fuel. Food can be your strength. But food can also be your slowdown. Food can make you sleepy. Food can make you frustrated. Food can make your thoughts heavy. And today, in this long, soft story, you will learn how to choose the foods that help you feel strong, not weak. Now let us take a breath. A slow breath. In and out. Feel your body relax. Feel your mind open. This is your English practice moment. This is your time. Before we end section 1, I want to share one more gentle idea with you. Eating smart is not about being perfect. It is not about expensive food. It is not about strict rules. It is only about being aware. When you know what makes you feel good, you choose it more. When you know what makes you feel tired, you avoid it more. Slowly. Naturally. Without stress. This is where the real journey begins. The power of small, smart choices. Listen carefully, because Section 2 begins with a moment you know very well. It is the moment when you stand in front of food and you feel unsure. Your eyes see something delicious, something sweet, something oily, something fast. Your mind says, maybe just today, maybe only one time. But your body whispers, please choose something better. This moment is not big. It is not dramatic. It is small. But inside this small moment, something powerful is hiding. This is the power of choice. You see, food is not only about eating. Food is about deciding. Food is about caring for your body. Food is about respecting your energy. Food is about shaping how your day feels. Today, in this part of our journey, I want you to understand something simple but life-changing. You do not need big changes to feel strong. You only need small, smart choices. Imagine this. You are in a small shop, looking at snacks. There is a packet of chips. There is a sweet drink. There is a chocolate bar. All of them look tempting. All of them call your name softly. But then you notice something else. A banana. An apple. A small pack of nuts. A bottle of water. Two different groups of foods. Two different types of energy. Two different paths for your day. Most people choose the first group. Why? Because it is fast. Because it is shiny. Because the brain loves sugar. Because the mind says, just a little. Because we are human. But people who feel strong. People who grow. People who stay focused. People who wake up happy. People who speak clearly. They often choose the second group. Not always. Not perfectly. Just often. Just more than before. This is what smart choices look like. Not strict. Not stressful. Not extreme. Just smart. Now I want you to imagine yourself standing in that shop again. You look at the chips. You look at the fruit. You look at your future. You think about your energy. You think about your English learning. You think about your goals. And then, you smile. You make a small, smart choice. You pick the fruit. In that tiny moment, something inside you becomes stronger. Your confidence grows. Your discipline grows. Your self-respect grows. And this small choice becomes part of your story. Let us walk deeper into this moment. Imagine you step outside with your fruit in your hand. You feel proud. The air feels fresh. You take a small bite. The sweetness tastes natural. Your stomach feels calm. Your mind feels light. It is a very simple feeling, but very real. And then you notice something interesting. You're smiling. Not a big smile. Just a soft one. A smile of choosing something good for yourself. This is not only about food. This is about your life. This is about your habits. This is about the power of tiny decisions. Now let us move to a new scene. Imagine you are at home. It is the afternoon. You feel a little hungry. You open your kitchen cabinet. You look inside. There are biscuits. There are fried snacks. There are sweets. And then, in another corner, you see a few healthier things. A cucumber. A carrot. Some nuts. A simple yogurt. Once again, two paths. Two futures. Two versions of your day. This moment is a test. A quiet test. A private test. No one is watching. No one will judge you. No one will know your choice. But your body will know. Your mind will know. You will know. You choose the yogurt. You take a spoon. You sit down quietly. You eat slowly. And you can almost feel your energy rising again, like a small flame growing brighter. In that moment, you feel something important. Something gentle. Something peaceful. You feel control. You feel balance. You feel respect for yourself. This is the heart of eating smart. This is the simple magic of small choices. Let us go even deeper. Imagine your body like a small house. A warm house. A safe house. A house that protects you every single day. When you eat well, you clean this house. You protect this house. You make this house strong. When you eat poorly, the house becomes messy, tired, slow, and weak. You do not need to rebuild the house. You only need to care for it. One small choice at a time. One small meal at a time. One smart decision at a time. Now, I want you to picture another moment. It is evening. You are sitting with your family or friends. Everyone wants to eat something special. Maybe something fried. Maybe something heavy. Maybe something sweet. In your heart, you want to join. You want to enjoy the moment. You want to feel included. And that is okay. Food is also happiness. Food is also community. Food is also love. So you enjoy a little. Not too much. Just enough. You laugh. You smile. You share stories. You live your life. Eating smart does not mean you never enjoy food. It means you enjoy food with awareness, with balance, with kindness to your own body. When the meal ends, you drink water. You breathe deeply. You walk a little. You help your stomach stay calm. You help your body reset. This is also a smart choice. Everything can be a smart choice when you give it a little thought. Let us bring English learning back into the story. Imagine you sit down at night to practice listening. You put on your headphones. You press play on a Fluent English journey video. The voice is slow, clear, warm. You listen. You understand. You enjoy the rhythm. You feel calm. Why is this moment so easy? Why does English feel smooth tonight? Why does your mind feel open? Because earlier in the day, you made smart food choices. You protected your energy. You respected your body. You cleaned your mind. And now your English practice feels lighter, softer, easier. This is the connection. Good food, good energy, good focus, good English learning, good confidence, a good life. Simple, clear, powerful. Now, imagine another version of your day. A version where you ate heavy, sugary foods. Maybe you skipped breakfast. Maybe you grabbed something oily. Maybe you had too much tea with sugar. Maybe you ate too fast. Now imagine trying to study English at night. Your eyes feel tired. Your brain feels slow. Your body feels heavy. Your mind feels distracted. You try to focus, but everything feels difficult. This is not because you are bad at English. This is because your body is not ready. Your energy is low. Your mind is cloudy. And that is why this story matters. Your English journey is not only about grammar, not only about vocabulary, not only about pronunciation. Your English journey is also about your lifestyle, your energy, your habits, your food, your mind, your choices. When your body feels strong, your English feels strong. Now, let us imagine a small challenge. Picture yourself sitting at a table with a plate of food. On one side, there is something healthy, something simple, something natural, something clean. On the other side, there is junk food, something fast, something sugary, something oily. Which one will you choose? This moment is a conversation. Not with other people, but with yourself. Your healthy side says, I want to feel strong. Your comfort side says, I want to feel good right now. Your wise side says, a small smart choice will make your whole day better. Your emotional side says, but the unhealthy food looks so nice. You sit quietly. You think. You breathe. And then, you choose the food that makes your body feel strong. And you feel proud. You feel powerful. You feel in control. This feeling is the beginning of transformation. Not a big transformation. Not a dramatic transformation. A gentle transformation. A slow transformation. A natural transformation. This is how real change happens. Before we close section 2, I want to leave you with a small mantra. A small line you can repeat softly in your mind every time you make a food choice. A small smart choice makes my day stronger. Say it slowly. Say it gently. Say it with belief. A small smart choice makes my day stronger. A small smart choice makes my mind clearer. A small smart choice makes my English easier. This is the heart of eating smart. This is the heart of feeling strong. This is the heart of today's journey. Energy for the mind, strength for the day. Imagine this moment. It is still the same day in your story. You have already made 1 or 2 smart choices. You ate a calmer breakfast. You chose a simple snack instead of fast junk food. And now, slowly, something inside your body is changing. Maybe you cannot see it. Maybe you cannot touch it. But you can feel it. Your energy feels different. It feels cleaner. It feels smoother. It feels honest. This is the moment when you begin to understand something important. Food is not only fuel. Food is information. It tells your body how to feel. It tells your brain how to think. It tells your mind how to focus. Every bite you take is like a small message. And today, your message is simple. I want to feel strong. Let us walk into the afternoon of your day. The sun is high. The world feels louder. People are moving quickly. Cars are passing. Shops are open. Children are playing. Life feels busy. But inside you, something feels steady. Something feels balanced. Something feels peaceful. You begin to notice your thoughts more clearly. You begin to feel your body more deeply. And you begin to understand that this peaceful feeling is not an accident. It is a result of your small, smart choices. Let us slow down the scene. I want you to imagine you are sitting in a small park. Maybe it is a park in your city. Maybe it is a park you imagine in your mind. There are trees. There is soft grass. There are birds singing. There is a quiet breeze touching your skin. You take a deep breath. You close your eyes for a moment. You feel your stomach. You feel your body. You feel the calmness spreading slowly, like warm sunlight inside your chest. Then you ask yourself a simple question. Why do I feel so good today? And the answer comes softly. Because you ate smart. Because you respected your body. Because you made small choices that gave you energy, not stress. Because you cared for yourself gently. Now let us imagine your mind, like a big sky. A beautiful, wide, open sky. When you eat unhealthy food all day, your sky becomes cloudy. Your thoughts feel heavy. Your ideas feel slow. Your motivation feels weak. But when you eat smart, your sky becomes clear. Your thoughts move freely. Your ideas shine brighter. Your focus becomes sharp. This is not imagination. This is how your brain works. This is how your body reacts. This is how your day becomes easier. You stand up from the park bench. You stretch your arms. You feel light. You feel awake. You feel ready for something new. So you begin walking. As you walk, you remember a time in your life when you felt heavy every morning. When you woke up tired. When your mood did not feel happy. When you felt slow. When even simple tasks felt hard. Maybe that time is still happening. Maybe you are still in that phase. Maybe that is why you are here today, listening, learning, improving. And that is okay. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not weak. You are learning. You are growing. You are changing. Today, you are taking the first steps toward a stronger version of yourself. Now imagine you walk past a small street food shop. You smell something fried. It smells warm. It smells delicious. It smells like comfort. For a moment, your mind says, oh, maybe I should eat that. It smells so good. But then, your body whispers, wait. Think. Choose smart. You stop. You breathe. You listen. And then you walk past the shop without buying anything. And in that simple moment, you feel something powerful, self-control. Not control from force. Not control from fear. Not control from punishment. Control from understanding. Control from awareness. Control from kindness to your own body. This is what eating smart feels like. Not punishment. Not sadness. Not restriction. Just quiet strength. Let us move to a new moment. You reach home. You wash your hands. You drink a glass of water. You sit down on a chair. The room is calm. The day is moving gently. You decide to practice English for a little while. You open your notebook. You take a pen. You write a simple sentence. I am learning slowly, but I am learning well. You read it again. It feels true. It feels warm. It feels real. Then you put on your headphones. You press play on your English listening practice. The voice is calm. The words are clear. The sentences are smooth. The pacing is gentle. You smile softly. English feels easier today. Your mind feels open. Your attention feels strong. Why? Because your body is not fighting with your food. Your body is working with your food. Your energy is not heavy. Your stomach is not upset. Your blood sugar is not jumping up and down like a roller coaster. Your focus is calm and stable. This is the magic of eating smart. Now imagine a different afternoon. A day when you ate unhealthy food. A day when you ate something fast, something sugary, something fried, something that made you feel sleepy. You sit to study English, but your eyes feel heavy. Your head feels slow. Your body feels tired. Your motivation feels low. You want to learn, but your energy says no. This difference, this small but powerful difference, is what today's journey is about. Let us go deeper. Imagine your brain as a garden. When you eat smart, you water the garden. You give it light. You give it care. You give it the things it needs to grow new ideas, new words, new English expressions. But when you eat junk food all day, your garden becomes dry. Your ideas become slow. Your motivation becomes weak. You cannot grow new English skills in a dry garden, but you can grow them easily in a well-watered one. This is why smart eating is like smart learning. They work together. They support each other. They help each other. Now imagine a small thought entering your mind. What if I eat smart for one whole week? What will happen? The answer is simple. Your energy will rise. Your sleep will improve. Your focus will grow. Your mood will become lighter. Your English learning will feel easier. Your confidence will become stronger. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to be consistent. 1 week of small, smart choices. Just 7 days. Imagine how different you will feel. Let us continue your day. The evening arrives. The sun is soft. The world becomes quieter. You sit on your rooftop or balcony or near your window. You take another deep breath. You look at the sky. It is slowly turning orange, then pink, then blue. You think about your day. A day of simple food. A day of smart choices. A day of gentle energy. A day of peaceful learning. You realize something beautiful. You feel proud. Proud of your choices. Proud of your discipline. Proud of your mindset. This pride is calm, not loud. It is quiet, but real. It is honest. You feel grateful for your body, because your body takes care of you every single day. And today, you took care of your body too. Before we end this section, I want to give you a visualization. Close your eyes softly. Imagine your body as a glowing light. It is warm. It is bright. It is soft. Every time you eat smart, this light becomes brighter. Every time you choose well, this light becomes stronger. Every time you care for yourself, this light spreads inside you. Into your mind. Into your thoughts. Into your English learning. Into your life. You are not just eating. You are building yourself. You are shaping your future. You are becoming stronger gently. And in this quiet transformation, your English grows with you. The calm power of clean eating. Let us begin this section with a slow breath. In and out. Let your shoulders relax. Let your mind soften. Let your thoughts settle like quiet dust in a sunlit room. This is your time. This is your space. This is your gentle English journey. Now imagine a simple moment. You are standing inside your kitchen. The light is soft. The room is quiet. There is no rush. No noise. Just you and the food you choose. On the table, there are a few simple things. A bowl of rice. Some vegetables. A little protein like fish, chicken, or lentils. Maybe a fruit. Maybe yogurt. Maybe nuts. Nothing fancy. Nothing expensive. Nothing complicated. Just clean food. Just natural food. Just food that your body understands. You take a slow breath again, and in that breath you feel something calm rising inside you. This calmness is not coming from the room. Not from the light. Not from the silence. It is coming from the simple food in front of you. Because clean eating has a calm power. You pick up a vegetable. You wash it gently. You cut it slowly. You hear the quiet sound of the knife touching the board. You see the bright colors. Green. Orange. Yellow. You boil it or steam it. No oil. No frying. Just simple cooking. The steam rises softly into the air, carrying a warm smell. A smell that feels clean. A smell that feels honest. As you cook, you think about your body. You think about your energy. You think about your future. You think about your English learning. And you realize something beautiful. Clean food creates a clean mind. When you finish cooking, you place your food on a simple plate. You sit down. You take a small bite. The taste is soft, light, natural. It does not hit your tongue like strong spices or oil. It does not shock your mouth. It simply enters your body like a quiet friend. You chew slowly. You swallow gently. You breathe calmly. And suddenly, you feel connected. Connected to yourself. Connected to your energy. Connected to the present moment. This is the calm power of clean eating. Let us move deeper into this feeling. Imagine your stomach. It is not only an organ. It is like a careful worker. Every time you eat something, your stomach must work. Sometimes the food is easy. Sometimes the food is difficult. Clean food makes your stomach smile. Junk food makes your stomach cry. When you eat clean food, your stomach does not struggle. It does not fight. It does not stress. It works smoothly, gently, quietly. This gentle work gives your body space to create energy, not waste it. Energy for walking. Energy for thinking. Energy for learning English. Energy for living with peace. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine eating something heavy, fried, oily. Your stomach becomes confused. It works fast. It works hard. It becomes tired. Your whole body becomes tired with it. Your mind becomes slow. Your eyes become sleepy. Your motivation becomes weak. This is why clean food is not only about health. It is also about clarity, about mood, about mental peace, about emotional strength. Let us shift into a new scene. Imagine you are walking outside in the evening. The sky is soft. The air is cool. People are returning home. Shops are closing slowly. Lights are turning on in windows. Everything feels calm. Your steps are steady. Your mind feels light. Your body feels strong from the clean food you ate earlier. You feel grounded, like your feet understand the earth. You feel centered, like your heart understands your body. As you walk, you think about clean eating again. You say to yourself, "Why does this feel so peaceful?" And the answer comes quietly. Because clean food creates steady energy. Not fast energy. Not fake energy. Not up and down energy. Just steady, smooth, honest energy. This energy is like a long, soft light shining through your day. It does not disappear quickly. It does not crash suddenly. It stays with you like a friend. You continue walking. You pass a group of people eating fried food on the street. The smell is strong. The sound of frying is loud. For a moment, you feel tempted. Your mouth becomes curious. Your eyes look for a second longer. But then you remember the calmness you felt after eating clean food. You remember the comfort in your stomach. You remember the clear feeling in your mind. You remember the strength in your steps. So you smile softly, and you walk past without buying anything. You realize something powerful. Your body is beginning to enjoy clean food. Your mind is beginning to prefer clean energy. You are changing slowly, gently, naturally. This is not a rule, not a punishment, not a restriction. It is a quiet transformation. Let us explore this feeling more. Imagine your mind as a small river. When you eat junk food all day, the river becomes muddy. The water becomes dark. The flow becomes slow. Your thoughts become unclear. Your emotions become unstable. But when you eat clean food, the river becomes clear. You can see the bottom. You can see small stones. You can see fish swimming. The water moves smoothly. Your thoughts become calm. Your decisions become better. Your English learning becomes easier. Let us return to your home again. It is nighttime. You sit on your bed. You hold a warm cup of water or tea. You take a small sip. Your body relaxes. You feel peaceful. You think about your English practice for the day. You think about the gentle sentences you listened to. You think about the soft stories you repeated. You think about the words that now feel familiar. And you realize something important. Clean eating helped you learn better today. Clean eating gave your brain space. Clean eating gave your body rest. Clean eating gave your mind clarity. Now imagine something powerful. Imagine living this way for 1 month. Just 1 month of mostly clean eating. Not perfect eating. Just cleaner eating. Cleaner energy. Cleaner thoughts. After 1 month, your skin will feel healthier. Your sleep will become deeper. Your mood will become calmer. Your motivation will increase. Your focus will become stronger. Your English learning will feel easier. Your confidence will grow naturally. Because when the body feels good, the mind feels good. And when the mind feels good, learning becomes easy. Everything becomes easy. Let us go back to the kitchen for one final moment. You stand in front of your table. There are 2 plates. On one plate, clean food. On the other plate, junk food. This is not only a food choice. It is a life choice. It is a future choice. It is a habit choice. It is a self-respect choice. You look at both plates. You breathe deeply. You smile softly. And you choose the clean food. Not because you must, but because you want to. Because you enjoy the calm it gives you. Because you enjoy the lightness it brings. Because you enjoy the strength it creates. And this small choice becomes part of your new identity. You are someone who eats smart. You are someone who feels strong. You are someone who learns with clarity. You are someone who respects their own energy. This is the calm power of clean eating. The simple plate method that changes everything. When the evening sun slowly touched the rooftops and the sky turned soft and orange, I walked toward a small community center where people gathered for a lesson about healthy eating. The door was open, and I could hear quiet voices inside. I stepped in and saw a round table in the middle of the room. On that table, there was only one thing, a picture of a plate. A very simple plate. And the teacher, a kind woman with warm eyes, said something that stayed with me for the rest of my life. She said, if you understand this one plate, you can change the way you feel every day. I sat down, curious, calm, and a little excited to learn something simple but powerful. She explained that this plate was not just a plate. It was a guide, a map, a small but strong tool that many people use all over the world to eat smarter and feel stronger without counting calories, without strict rules, without stress. She called it the simple plate method. She said, imagine your plate is a circle. Now imagine you divide that circle into 3 parts. Not perfect parts. Just 3 natural parts that feel easy. On half of the plate, you put vegetables. She smiled as she said it because she knew most people did not like that part. Everyone laughed softly. But she continued, vegetables are light. Vegetables are colorful. Vegetables give your body power without making you heavy. They help your stomach stay happy. They help your skin glow. They help your mind stay calm. When half of your plate is vegetables, your whole day becomes easier. I listened carefully, imagining green cucumbers, orange carrots, bright tomatoes, soft greens. She said, it does not need to be perfect. Just try to make it almost half. Almost. That's enough. Then she moved to the next part. Now the other half of the plate is split again into two smaller parts. One part is for protein. Protein helps you feel strong. Protein helps your muscles and your bones. Protein keeps you full for a long time. You can choose eggs, chicken, fish, beans, lentils, tofu, or anything that gives your body strength. Even if you eat very little, if you choose protein, your body feels supported. She pointed to the picture of the plate. It looked simple. So simple that I wondered why I never thought of it before. She said, protein keeps you steady. It keeps you balanced. When you eat protein, you can walk longer, think clearer, and work without feeling tired too fast. Then finally, she moved to the last small part of the plate. This part is for smart carbohydrates. Not too much. Not too little. Just enough. She touched the picture gently, as if it was something important. And it was. She said rice, bread, pasta, potatoes, oats. These foods give your body energy. But if you eat too much, your body feels slow. If you eat too little, your body feels weak. So this small part reminds you to take just the right amount. She paused and let us think. And in that silence, everything made sense. I realized that eating smart was not about eating less. It was not about avoiding foods. It was about choosing well. Choosing gently. Choosing with care. She said something that touched me deeply. When your plate looks good, your body feels good. And when your body feels good, your life feels good. I wanted to laugh a little because it sounded too easy. But something inside me understood its truth. Because life becomes heavy when the body becomes tired. And life becomes bright when the body becomes strong. So maybe one simple plate could change everything. Then she asked us to close our eyes. She said, imagine your next meal. Imagine your plate. Imagine the colors. Imagine the balance. I closed my eyes and I saw green vegetables on one side. I saw a piece of chicken next to them. I saw a small spoon of rice. It looked bright. It looked calm. It looked like a plate that loved me. She said, this method is not about perfection. It is about kindness. Every time you eat, just think, is my plate balanced? If the answer was yes, she said, then you were giving your body a gift. After the lesson, people stood up slowly, smiling, talking, feeling light. I walked outside and looked at the sky again. It was soft and deep like a quiet sea. I took a long breath and felt something new, a small feeling of control, a feeling of confidence, a feeling of direction. I thought about the many times I ate without thinking, the many times I filled my plate without care. And I realized that the teacher was right. Eating smart was not difficult. It was not complicated. It was not painful. It was peaceful. Walking home, I repeated the plate method in my mind. Half plate vegetables. 1/4 protein. 1/4 smart carbs. Easy. Gentle. Kind. I imagined teaching it to someone else, maybe a friend, maybe someone who wanted to feel stronger. And I imagined how that small idea could travel from one person to another, slowly changing lives one plate at a time. When I reached home, I opened my kitchen door and looked at my ingredients with new eyes. The tomatoes looked fresher. The cucumbers looked greener. Even the rice in its container looked somehow friendly. I cooked slowly, gently, carefully. And when I finally placed my food on my plate, I saw it, the balance, the beauty, the calmness. I ate slowly. I tasted each bite like it was a message. And my body listened. It felt warm. It felt steady. It felt strong. And that night, before sleep, I whispered to myself, almost like a promise, tomorrow, I will do the same. And the next day. And the next day. Because doing something small every day makes something big in the end. And this simple plate method became one of those small, powerful things that shape a person's life forever. When food becomes energy, not stress. The next morning, when the soft light came through my window, I woke up with a new thought inside me. It was quiet, but strong. The thought said, today, food will help me, not hurt me. Today, food will give me energy, not stress. I sat on the edge of my bed and smiled because this idea felt warm and fresh, like the morning light touching my face. For the first time in a long time, I felt calm thinking about food. No confusion. No fear. No guilt. Just calm. I walked to my kitchen slowly, almost like I was visiting a new place. I opened the window and a cool morning breeze touched my arms. It felt like the world was giving me a gentle push to start the day right. I made breakfast using the simple plate method I learned the night before, but I did it in a relaxed way, no pressure, no rules, just kindness. I cut a few fresh vegetables and placed them on half of my plate. I cooked 1 egg for protein. And I added a small piece of bread for energy. When I looked at the plate, it didn't look perfect. It just looked peaceful. And that was enough. I sat down and took the first bite slowly. The vegetables tasted clean. The egg tasted warm. The bread felt soft. And something special happened. My mind did not rush. My mind did not worry. My mind did not say, is this too much? Is this too little? Is this right? Is this wrong? Instead, my mind stayed quiet, allowing my body to enjoy the moment. It was simple. It was gentle. It was real. And that was the first time I understood something important. Food becomes stress only when we forget to listen to our body. But when we listen carefully, food becomes energy. After breakfast, I stepped outside. The street was waking up. Children were walking to school. Shops were opening their doors. The smell of morning tea was in the air. I walked slowly, feeling lighter than usual. Each step felt strong. My body felt awake. My mind felt clear. And that small breakfast was the reason. I thought about all the days before when I started my morning with too much food, or wrong food, or no food at all. And I understood why my days felt heavy. Food was not the problem. The way I ate was the problem. But now, something inside me was changing. As I walked toward the bus stop, I saw an old man sitting on a bench. He looked up and smiled at me, a soft, gentle smile. I smiled back and sat near him, leaving a little space. He looked at me again and said, "You look fresh today." His words surprised me. I did not know my energy could be seen by others. I laughed and said, "Maybe I slept well." He nodded, but then said something interesting. When the body is happy, the face becomes bright. When the stomach is light, the heart feels free. I did not expect that. It was like he already knew about my new journey with food. I listened quietly, feeling a sense of connection. He continued, "When people eat in a hurry, they lose their peace. When people eat too much, they lose their strength. But when people eat with balance, they walk like the wind, calm, strong, and free." His words were simple, almost poetic. I thanked him, stood up, and continued my walk. But the old man's words stayed in my mind like soft music. Later that day, during lunch, I felt something unusual. I wasn't hungry, but I also wasn't tired. I felt balanced. And that feeling made me realize that eating smarter in the morning helped me stay strong for hours. I didn't need snacks. I didn't feel sleepy. I didn't feel heavy. My body worked smoothly, like a machine that finally got the right fuel. My thoughts were clear. My focus was sharp. And that small change in the morning was guiding my whole day. During lunch, I made another balanced plate. Half vegetables, some protein, a little smart carbs. Again, simple. Again, kind. I ate slowly, enjoying each bite with attention. And again, the same calm feeling came back. Food was helping me. Food was supporting me. Food was not a fight anymore. It was a friend. That afternoon, I had to complete a difficult task. Normally, I would feel tired by that time. Normally, I would feel sleepy or stressed. But today was different. I could think clearly. I could work faster. I could understand better. And that's when a powerful realization came to me. My body was thanking me. My body was saying, "Thank you for feeding me the right way. Now I can support you." On the way home, I remembered how many people around me were tired all the time. People who woke up with no energy. People who felt heavy even after eating. People who felt sleepy after lunch. People who thought food made them weak. And I wish they could feel what I felt today. I wish they could understand that food is not the enemy. Food is not the problem. The problem is confusion. The problem is not knowing what the body needs. But once you learn, once you understand your plate, once you eat with awareness, everything changes. When the sun started to set, I prepared dinner. Soft vegetables. A little protein. A small amount of rice. The same method. The same calmness. And as I ate, I felt grateful. Grateful for the teacher who shared the simple plate method. Grateful for the old man whose words touched my heart. Grateful for the balance I felt inside my body. That night, before sleep, I sat on my bed and whispered a small reflection to myself. Food is energy. Food is peace. Food is life. When I eat smart, I feel strong. And as I closed my eyes, I could feel a small, gentle power growing inside me. A power that would stay, grow, and guide me one meal at a time. Listening to your body's signals. The next morning, something gentle woke me up before my alarm. It wasn't a sound. It wasn't a light. It was a feeling inside my body, like a soft message. It felt peaceful, almost like my body was whispering, "Good morning. I am ready." I opened my eyes slowly and realized something beautiful. I did not feel heavy. I did not feel tired. I did not feel slow. My body felt light, clean, and awake. And that feeling surprised me, because for so many days, maybe even years, I forgot how it felt to wake up with real energy. I sat quietly on my bed, listening to this new feeling. It was warm. It was gentle. It was calm. And it made me think about something the teacher once said in the community center: your body always talks to you, but you must listen. At that time, I did not fully understand what she meant. But now, sitting in my room with a fresh mind, I finally understood. My body was talking to me. My body was sending small signals. But for a long time, I did not listen. I remembered the days when I felt hungry but ignored it. The days when I was full but kept eating. The days when I ate too fast because I was in a hurry. The days when I confused emotions with hunger, stress, sadness, loneliness, boredom. I realized I was not just eating food, I was eating my feelings. And that made everything heavy. But now, with this new journey, I wanted to listen. I wanted to understand these signals. I wanted to hear my body clearly. So I stood up and walked to the kitchen. I didn't rush. I didn't think too much. I just asked myself a simple question: am I actually hungry? I closed my eyes and waited for a soft answer from inside. And yes, I felt a little hunger. Not too strong. Not too weak. Just comfortable. A gentle hunger that said, "I am ready for breakfast." This small moment felt powerful because it was the first time I asked my body before eating. I made breakfast slowly with the same simple plate method. Some vegetables, some eggs, a little rice. But this time, I paid attention to something deeper, the feeling before eating. My body felt peaceful. My mind felt steady. When I sat down to eat, I took a small breath. I looked at the food and asked myself another question. Is this enough? And strangely, I knew the answer. It was enough. I didn't need more. I didn't need less. I needed exactly this. As I ate, I felt the food entering my body like soft energy. Not sharp, not heavy, just soft. My body felt grateful. I could almost hear it saying, "Thank you. This feels right." And I understood that listening to your body is not just about hunger. It's about noticing everything: how you feel before eating, how you feel during eating, how you feel after eating. Later, when I went outside, I felt the strength in my steps again. Not strong like an athlete. Not strong like a fighter. Strong like a peaceful person. A strength that comes from balance, not force. A strength that comes from kindness, not control. As I walked down the road, I saw a young woman sitting near a tea stall. She looked tired. She held a cup of tea, but her hands looked weak. When she noticed me passing by, she said softly, "Do you ever feel like your body is tired all the time?" Her voice was gentle but full of sadness. I sat near her and said, "Yes. I felt that before." She looked at me with curious eyes and asked, "What changed?" I paused and thought carefully. Then I said, "I started listening to my body." She looked confused, so I explained slowly. When my body felt hungry, I ate. When my body felt full, I stopped. When my body felt tired, I rested. When my body felt stressed, I breathed. And when my body felt heavy, I ate lighter. Little by little, my body trusted me again. She listened quietly. I could see her thinking deeply. She whispered, "I forgot how to listen." I smiled because I understood that feeling. Many people forget. Many people get busy. Many people get stressed. Many people eat without thinking. And slowly, the body becomes silent. But the truth is, the body never stops talking. We just stop hearing it. I told her, start with one small question every day. What do I need right now? Sometimes the answer is food. Sometimes the answer is water. Sometimes the answer is rest. Sometimes the answer is fresh air. Sometimes the answer is silence. When you ask your body this question, the body becomes your friend. She nodded, holding her teacup a little tighter. Her eyes softened. She looked like someone who had been carrying a heavy bag for a long time and finally decided to put it down. When I continued walking, her face stayed in my mind. I thought about all the people who live tired, not because their life is hard, but because they don't listen to their body. And I wanted everyone to feel what I felt: peaceful, balanced, light, strong. Later that day, I had a moment that surprised me again. I was sitting at my desk working when I suddenly felt thirsty. Not hungry. Thirsty. For years, I confused thirst with hunger. I would eat when I actually needed water. But today, the signal felt clear. My mouth felt dry. My energy felt low. And the message was simple: drink water. I stood up, took a glass of water, and drank slowly. And almost immediately, my body relaxed. It was such a small signal, but so important. Listening to the body is not magic. It is not difficult. It is not something only special people can do. It is simple. It is natural. It is human. But in a busy life, we forget. So today, I made a promise to myself: I will listen. I will learn. I will understand my body's signals every day. And as I whispered that promise, I felt something powerful inside me, a connection between my mind and my body. A connection that felt deep, strong, and full of love. That night, as I lay on my bed, I closed my eyes and asked my body one last question for the day: how do you feel? And in the soft silence of my room, I felt the answer: a warm, gentle message that said, I feel cared for. And that feeling followed me into sleep like a quiet, beautiful dream. Discovering the power of small, healthy habits. The next day began in a gentle way. I woke up slowly, not with hurry, not with stress, but with a calm breath that felt soft in my chest. The morning light touched the wall in my room, and for a moment, everything felt still. I sat up and stretched my arms, and I realized something beautiful. My body felt lighter again. Not perfect, not magical, just lighter. And that lightness came from something I had slowly started to understand. Small healthy habits are more powerful than big, difficult changes. For so long, I believed that I needed to change everything at once. I needed to wake up early, exercise every day, cut out certain foods, drink perfect amounts of water, and follow strict ideas. But every time I tried to change everything, I failed. And every time I failed, I felt disappointed. I felt weak. I felt like I was not good enough. But now, with this new journey, I saw something new. Small habits are stronger than big rules. I stood in the kitchen, holding a glass of water in my hands. Drinking water in the morning was such a small thing. So simple. So ordinary. But today, I felt grateful for this small habit. When I took slow sips, the water felt cool and fresh, and it woke my body gently. It made my eyes open wider. It made my breath feel deeper. It gave me a clean start to the day. And I thought to myself, this little glass of water is a small habit, but it makes a big difference. I placed the glass down and smiled. And then another small habit came to my mind: breathing. Deep, slow breathing. For many years, I lived with quick breaths, short breaths, rushed breaths. But now, I stood in the middle of my kitchen and took one slow breath in and one slow breath out. The air entered my body like a soft wave. It left my body like a calm river. And with that one breath, I felt present. I felt grounded. I felt ready. In that moment, I understood something. Small healthy habits are like little seeds. When you plant them every day, they grow quietly, slowly, gently. And one day, without noticing, you realize your whole life feels different, lighter, calmer, stronger. After breakfast, I went for a short walk. Not a long walk. Not a fast walk. Just a short one. 10 minutes. Maybe 15. The morning air touched my face. The trees moved softly in the wind. Birds made small, cheerful sounds. And I felt something peaceful inside me again. This walk was another small habit. Not big. Not hard. But it made my body wake up. It made my mind relax. It made my heart feel open. As I walked, I saw a little boy playing with a ball near a mango tree. He kicked the ball gently, watched it roll, and laughed with joy. I smiled watching him play because his happiness came from something small. Not a big toy. Not a big plan. Just a small ball. And in that moment, I realized that life becomes beautiful not through big events, but through small moments. When I reached the end of the street, I saw a woman selling vegetables. She was arranging bright tomatoes, green beans, fresh spinach, and golden carrots on the table. I walked closer, and she smiled kindly at me. I picked a few vegetables and asked her, "How do you stay so energetic every morning?" She laughed softly, her eyes warm like sunlight. "I do 3 small things," she said. "I drink water. I move my body. And I eat something fresh." Her answer was simple, but strong. She didn't say, "I work hard for hours." She didn't say, "I follow a strict diet." She said small things. Easy things. Wise things. As I walked back home, holding the fresh vegetables in a little bag, I felt grateful for her words. I felt grateful for the small habits that were slowly changing my life. And I felt grateful for the simple truth that I had finally learned. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to do everything. You just need to do something, one small healthy habit at a time. Back at home, I cooked a simple lunch. I washed the vegetables with care, hearing the soft sound of water running over them. I chopped them gently, feeling their freshness with my hands. I cooked them slowly, watching them become bright and soft. And while I cooked, I felt connected to the moment. I felt peaceful. Because cooking with intention is another small habit, a habit that turns food into love. When I sat down to eat, I placed my food gently on my plate. It was simple. It was balanced. It was enough. I took a slow bite, and the food tasted clean, warm, and comforting. I closed my eyes for a moment and simply appreciated the taste. This small habit, eating slowly, changed the way I felt inside. It helped me enjoy the meal. It helped me feel full without eating too much. It helped me understand my body better. Later in the afternoon, I felt a little tired. Before, I would push myself, ignore the tiredness, keep working until I felt worse. But today, I listened. I took a 5-minute rest. Only 5 minutes. I closed my eyes, breathed slowly, and let my mind relax. And when I opened my eyes again, I felt refreshed. This small rest gave me more energy than a long break filled with distractions. As the sun began to go down, I wrote down the small habits I followed today. I drank water. I breathed deeply. I walked. I cooked fresh food. I ate slowly. I rested when needed. None of them were big. None of them were difficult. But together, they made my whole day better. I realized something powerful. Small habits are easy to start, easy to repeat, and easy to continue. And when small habits stay with you, they quietly change your life in big ways. That night, before sleep, I whispered to myself, I don't need to be perfect. I just need to begin. And with that simple promise, I closed my eyes and drifted into a peaceful sleep, knowing tomorrow would be another day full of small, beautiful steps toward a stronger, happier life.